Back in the day when I was a very young, the Kazdoy closet, I knew one person who had a tattoo, and that was my uncle Stanley. And he had that because he was a military guy. So back then, a lot of military guys would go on leave for a few days. They might get a little drunk and end up at the end of the night with a tattoo. Now, those were the only guys I saw that had tattoos, were guys that were in the military. Nowadays, of course, tattoos are so commonplace that I've been in a few situations, like in a section of a ballpark or at a bar, where I look around, I'm the only one who doesn't have a tattoo. But why all this talk of tattoos? Because it relates to today's film. This is the Kazdoy Closet. I'm Kazdoy. That's my closet, full of all the stuff that I love. And today, a woman's giant spider tattoo on her back comes alive and starts to look for victims. Well, kind of. Let's check it out. Today's film is Irezumi from 1966, 90 minutes long, in color, in Japanese with English subtitles. This is about a beautiful young woman who is kidnapped into prostitution and forced into getting this large spider tattoo on her back. She then seeks revenge on the men who have wronged her. It's a very unusual female lead character. The film begins with her being tied up and drugged and then given the tattoo, Irezumi being Japanese for tattoo. The tattoo artist at the time was a pretty creepy guy. He says, he's been looking for that perfect, rare, smooth skin, and he finally found it. Now he's going to make his masterpiece of this giant tattoo on her back. In reality, back at when this film takes place, getting this tattoo would not only have been very painful, but also quite bloody. So she's moaning when she's getting this tattoo, lying on her stomach, almost orgasmically in a way, which I'll get to a little bit later. And the spider seems to be moving on her back whenever she moves around or she breathes in and out. For the rest of the film, she is really no victim at all. She's very cunning, manipulative, devious, and she's in charge of the situations when she starts getting revenge against all these terrible men, these kidnappers, and these clients she has as a geisha. She starts getting revenge against all these people that have done bad things to her. The director, and here we go with some bad pronunciation, so forgive me. The director was Yasuzo Masamura, and he had a reputation for making films that feature powerful women, and this one is no exception whatsoever. It was also based on a story called The Tattooer by Junichiro Tanizaki, who was one of the most controversial and successful Japanese writers of his time. He was liked to use a lot of themes of eroticism, sadomasochism, sensuality in his work, and those things show up in this film as well. The cinematographer definitely needs a mention because, wow, what a filmography. We're talking about Kazuo Miyagawa. He did the cinematography for the films Rashomon, Yugetsu, Yojimbo, and some of those Zatoichi films. I'm currently trying to work my way through that Zatoichi set. There's like 20 or 25 films in there, so it's taking quite a while. But this is a beautifully shot film. He uses a lot of deep focus. If you don't know what that is, that means things are in focus in the foreground and in the background simultaneously. Citizen Kane probably being the most famous film to use that, and it gives an interesting effect. A lot of high contrast lighting in here to set the mood. He uses a lot of deep reds for blood and for this red sash that the main character wears on her kimono. And then, of course, her skin is always bathed in this white, radiant light because she's supposed to have this special skin that attracted this tattoo artist. So here we go again with another revenge film. I think this is the third one in a row I've done. Not by design, it just kind of happened that way. Interestingly, the woman's boyfriend is a lot weaker than she is. He's always freaked out by what's going on, and she's just totally calm, cool, and collected throughout it. So what drives this film while you're watching it is her ability to play these abusive men against each other and get what she needs from them. The tattoo artist, as the film progresses, he freaks out about this spider tattoo and about how this woman's acting. And he says that she's become a, quote, a man-eater because of this spider tattoo that he gave her. When someone later in the film says she's become this horrible woman because of her attitude, because she's so calm and in control, when her enemies are killed, she says, blame the spider, not me. And so she's both the victim and the villain. Very interesting film. I'm going to give Irezumi 4 spiders out of 5. If you like Japanese films, I think you're going to like this. If you're into tattoos, or you're a tattoo artist, or you know somebody who is, I think they might find this very interesting. So what's on this disc? This is an Arrow disc. It has a booklet, which is pretty informative about various filmmakers involved. It's about 36 pages long. And it has some original artwork. Let me show you that, and you'll get a better idea of what the spider looks like on her back. So that gives you a better idea. You can see it's quite large. It covers basically her whole back. There's also a couple of features on here. There's an introduction by a Japanese film expert. It's about 10 minutes long. And there's a video essay on the cinematographer. It's about 50 minutes long. And there's an audio commentary, which I did not listen to. So where can you see Irezumi? You would have to rent it. It's about, I think, $1.99 on Amazon if you want to rent it. Or you can always buy it. I happened to come across this for a good price, $16.99. It happened to be on sale. Came with the booklet, which I was kind of surprised it did that because I didn't know if it was limited or not. And you can probably get it for maybe 20 bucks or so if you want to buy it. So, Irezumi. So feel free to leave a comment or suggestion down below. Leave a thumbs up. Oh, let me thank the following people who left comments since our last episode. Those include Willie Luncheonette, Tina, Martin, Movie Monster, and Paul. Thank you for taking the time to comment. Feel free to leave a comment about your favorite Japanese films or something else. I was trying to think of other films involving tattoos, like maybe Cape Fear, the Robert De Niro, Martin Scorsese version of Cape Fear. Leave a thumbs up. Don't leave a thumbs down. Subscribe would be great. Guys, we made it. Let me get my official Kazdoy Closet shot glass. We made it to our goal of 525 subscribers. Thanks to you. I like to mention all the subscribers. I don't always get notified who it is, so I can't mention everybody because I don't know who they are. But thank you so much. Let me finish this. Thank you. Feel free to subscribe. It's free. Also free is Letterboxd. We're on Letterboxd under the Kazdoy Closet, where we leave brief written reviews of other things we're watching. What did I just watch? Sissy. A film called Sissy on Shudder. So thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. And I will see you next time.